So I'm back. So it's now for, what's that, 6 minutes to 6, and it's Wednesday evening, so it's time to go to Seaways for a bike night. And going to meet a really good mate of mine, Mark Wonnacott. I hadn't seen Mark in a while, and he said he's up there. He does a lot of motor camping, you know, with a motorhome. Anyway, he let me know that he was going up to Seaways for his tea, and he's staying in the area. So I said, right, I'll just finish my fish and chips. The kitchen's been out of commission for 2 nights, which meant last night we had a McDonald's, and tonight we've had fish and chips. But it's been a nice change, to be honest. It's given us a break from cooking, which is never a bad thing. It's 30th of April. It's an absolutely glorious evening. It's the nicest spring I've known, by God, in a long, long while. So I'm making the most of it while I can. I don't get out riding as much as I used to do, so I'm really pleased that I got rid of the bigger bike. It won't get used. It was a bit of a waste, to be honest. It was a shame, but I enjoyed the limited period of time that I owned it. However, I much prefer this bike. It's so much more civilised, and one of the things I particularly like about it, I like all the canvas bags. There's something about canvas bags and I really like them. I like the textured look of them. I didn't actually think I'd never get to use this Givi bag again. It just shows you never throw anything away. This is a nice evening ride to do. It's a very pleasant 35-minute ride, a cup of tea, and then a ride back. He's been hanging himself to get past me for the last mile and a half and nearly knocked me off the bike at the roundabout. Oh, sorry mate, I didn't see you. And then at tea time when we went to get the fish and chips, some young kid in a Ford Fiesta in a massive hurry, and he got too close to the Volkswagen and managed to clip me door mirror. But luckily for him, he didn't do any damage, because if he'd have knocked the door mirror off, he'd have had I know he'd have had a big bill, about 400 quid. Anyway, happily, no damage done. Beautiful field full of yellow flowers. The old cedar ape, absolutely pristine condition. Just outside of Tipthorpe. It's always worthwhile being careful going through here, obey the speed limits. Like, it's quite a famous place for the police to sit with a car hidden up one of these side roads. It isn't unknown. Normally that one. Man, you know it might look, I'd look the wrong way. Some serious fly strikes. Gonna need to clean the visor when I get to Seaways. Has a lovely lazy style about it, does this CL500. I'd highly recommend the bike to anybody who's looking for a light, practical, flexible, cheap to operate, good looking motorcycle. Now I think I might have found the answer to me problem I have oiling my chain. My mate Rob, who lives down the street, he's the one who has the Kawasaki 750 Turbo, which I understand is up for sale. He was showing me today, it's like a wheel support. You put the front wheel in it, and the handlebars straight, and it'll just hold the bike there. And Rob said, if you put your roller under the back wheel, you've cracked it. You'll be able to turn the wheel to oil the chain. Because I had a right pantomime yesterday doing the chain. I don't want to keep doing that. But I don't want to go to the expense of things like an ABBA stand. I won't get any use out of it. But this device that Rob has, yeah, I'll keep my eye on there. And if he sells the Kawasaki, he'll have one for sale, so I might just get a bargain knowing him. Even though it is a bit tricky oiling the chain without a centre stand, I don't crave to have one on the bike. If all I use it for is to oil my chain, I'll find a different day to do it. The other way I could do it, I could get a longer axle, put that through the back and put bobbins on the back. I don't understand why motorcycle companies don't put, you know, the lobes that they have on a lot of motorbikes for crash bobbins and for paddock stand bobbins. I don't know why they miss them out, because I mean, it's only a part of the, you know, when they cut the frames out, it's a little bit more metal, isn't it? And they're so useful. But if I'm honest, I couldn't tell you the last time I had a motorcycle that could use the forks on the Oxford paddock stand. Most of them use the light flat paddles that comes with it. I have a feeling the last one that I used the forks on was the Pulse 250. And I also have a front paddock stand, but up to now there's only been the 250. I've managed to live with it. Yeah, that pond's starting to dry out. Yeah, the scooter lads are out. There's a few here. So very nearly 2 hours later, after many cups of tea with my friend Mark, who's now over there with his that black and orange Zontes, and he's off back to his camper van. He's staying at Malton. He has a beautiful camper van. He really has a nice lifestyle, camping all over the place and riding his motorbikes. And you'll have seen him before when we go to Easthoft, and that's my friends Pat and Mark. Right, so let's continue with this here ride. I guarantee this is the quietest departure they've had out of here tonight. There's that much bloody row from these bikes, you can't tell if there's something going or it's just gone past. So it's always worth having a quick look. Right, a steady bimble back by the railway. So, a quick stop in the Finbar by the duck pond to put me put my favourite yellow jacket on. Yeah. 15 years old and still going strong. I just get really attached to things. There's Mark going down there, look. And what I think is quite a rare bike now, that Zontes. I think it's 380cc. Mark rates it really highly, and he has quite an extensive collection of bikes, but by God, that seems to be the bike he goes to quite a bit. And the amount of times I've been up here, and it's the Zontes, because it's a really good country lane bike. It's a little bit like my Pulse 250. God, blimey, I'm pleased to put my jacket on. It was getting a bit taters. That's better. Isn't it daft, just that little extra layer? Been a work day here on the railway. They come up, the volunteers, on Wednesday to work on the railway. See what they've been up to. I think most of the work, yeah, they put the doors on the shed. And they look like they've laid a bit more rail into the shed. Yeah, they got the front on it and the doors. The cutouts, that is, for the doors. The silhouettes are there, the doors aren't in place yet. But they were saying 1 point, you know, for the railway, I think they said it was 15,000 quid a point. That's a lot of money, isn't it? It's a bit cooler now, so there's not so many flies bombing around. Just look at the colour. Incredible. Between Wet Wang and Tibthorpe, this is. The smell is gorgeous. I like the smell of oilseed rape. Not everybody likes it, but I don't mind it. And the honey that you get off it, for a person who doesn't like honey, I don't mind it. I'll have a spoonful of it in a cup of coffee. It's supposed to be better for me than putting sugar in my coffee, so I'm told. Yeah, you know, we've been diabetic. There was a time when I couldn't stand the stuff, but as I've got older, my tastes have changed. Like, I never used to like Guinness, and now I love it. Never liked Guinness. Not Guinness, whiskey. I was never very keen on whiskey. And now, again, I love it. Bitter beer, no, I'm not interested. Right off that. I'd rather have a Guinness than anything. I think that just shows that I'm getting old. This is the best kind of therapy. Sun going down. Graham's on his motorbike and everybody's happy. I've had a cracking evening. I've been chatting with Mark. You name it, we've talked about everything. We've been putting the world to rights. Mark was saying, you know, we're getting to be grumpy old man, but no, I don't think we are. I think we've seen a lot of life, and we're watching people doing ridiculous things. All this woke stuff, and I think people lose track of what life's about. It's to be enjoyed, isn't it? And I have to say, I hate with a passion noisy motorcycles. I used to love them when I was younger, but I don't like noise now. I really don't cope well with noise. I much prefer peace and quiet. I like the noises my little Hondas make, but it's raucous exhaust systems that you can hear 5 miles away. Oh, no thanks. I don't think they're doing any of us a favour. Just climbing up the hill out of Bainton, admiring this lovely sunset. Sort of golden hour, isn't it? The old railway station cottages and the railway station that was originally for Bainton. Anyway, I do hope that you've enjoyed this vlog on the CL 500 and from Kilwick Crossroads in East Yorkshire. I'll say bye bye for now. Ta-ta.
There goes Graham on the mighty CL.